Mark 10:49 says, when Jesus heard him, because he shouted louder. Look at somebody, say, you got to get louder. You got to get louder. You do. Look at somebody else, say, you got to get louder. You got to get louder. Now, let me say this. There's some people who would suggest that you don't have to get loud. There are some people that would suggest you ought to sit down and say nothing. But I'm looking in the text, and the Bible tells me that he opened up his mouth and he shouted louder. And when he shouted louder, he got exactly what he wanted. I need you to look at somebody, say, you got to shout louder. You got to shout. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Don't you let nobody stop you from receiving your blessing. Don't you let nobody tell you you ought to sit sedate and sophisticated. Don't you let nobody tell you that you can't open your mouth. It don't take all of that. Well, let me remind you, it does take all of that. It takes opening up my mouth and calling on the name of Jesus.